I'm Chris and I am the founder of CoppaFeel. It's a young person's breast cancer awareness charity. I was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 23, but also, unfortunately, it was diagnosed late because of ignorance. Ignorance from me, but also my doctors. So I was diagnosed late and therefore my cancer is not curable, but it's treatable. So that kind of sparked a lot of frustration and a realisation that actually young people weren't being targeted at all with breast cancer messages. Ultimately, we are trying to stamp out late detection and misdiagnosis of breast cancer. So in order to do that, we need to ensure that every young person is taught about the signs and symptoms of breast cancer and how to check themselves, and knowing that that regular routine and that habit could one day save their life. We find we've had to be quite clever with how we speak to young people because they are so busy and fickle, and the last thing they want to be listening to is a health promotion message. So we find that we have to wedge ourselves into people's lives and sort of remind them when they least expect it. We have things like our shower stickers. So it's a constant reminder of the signs and symptoms to be looking out for. It's written quite in a fun way, it's on their level, and it's everlasting. So there's no excuse not to have that in your shower. And then for our students, we looked at what do they do on campuses, where do they go? So obviously they go on student nights out, they go in their unions. So we got the bouncers to use our hand stamps instead of the normal hand stamps, which basically said CoppaFeel with this. So they'll wake up in the morning, they might feel a bit glary-eyed, but there'll be a reminder on their hand that says CoppaFeel with this. Another way of wedging ourselves into people's lives is women and their bras. So a brilliant touch point, opportune moment to remind women to do it is having a label in bras. And luckily, we've got 5 brands doing it now. And no one has had a good enough reason not to do it yet. So that's kind of nice. No one said no. I started CoppaFeel 5 years ago. I launched it at a festival with my friends, printed up some t-shirts, had a few stickers, just went out there and spoke to a few people, realised that that was a good thing and people were receptive to what we had to say. And 5 years on, we go to about 10 festivals every year. We've got student teams at 55 universities. We are a team of 6 people, office in London, raise about 300,000 a year. If I one day go up to a young person and say, do you check your boobs? And they say, yeah, of course I do, I'd be stupid not to, then that is success for me.